Saints get ready to do battle. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
This is the rookie from USC, Ronald Jones, his first NFL carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
On second down, it's Jones. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first two plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a third and long at the outset of this drive. On third down, Rosen. He sets up the screen to Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Fake, Barrett. And incomplete to open things up.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Back to the air on second down. Barrett drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Barrett. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Ohio! Come on, nuts!
Here's Barrett on play action. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Quan Alexander coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Flex round! Flex round!
Off the play fake. Barrett. And incomplete. The tight end Julius Thomas, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. Now, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Barrett. They hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Well, these Buccaneers coming off a 4-game drop-off from a year ago, 9-7 in Dirk Cutter's first season to 5-11 last year. It's now 10 straight seasons without a playoff appearance, and in fact, they have not won a playoff game, Charles, since winning Super Bowl 37.
And in order for them to get back to the playoffs, they've got to go through their division, which is awfully tough and high-powered on offense. Atlanta, New Orleans, Carolina. So the Buccaneers made the investment. Jason Pierre-Paul from the Giants on the defensive side of the ball. Also picked up Bo Allen and Vinny Curry from the Philadelphia Eagles. So the defensive front taken care of. They also picked up Vita Vea, a massive defensive tackle from Washington in the first round of the draft. Then they picked up a couple of corners. They know that on the defensive side of the ball, that's where they have to make their biggest gain to chase down their division rivals.
No, check. Patriot!
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Leopard!
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Over! No. Check. Patriot! Go.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Leopard! You got him! You got him! Gun!
Again, they run to Sims. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Anzalone coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Leopard! Leopard! He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 3 down. 3 down. Detroit! Detroit! Over! Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
3rd and long here for Rosen. Rolling to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. We focus our attention here on the Saints offense as they come out, and last year they were coming into 2017 with 3 straight 7-9 seasons. Well, they got it turned around. Won the NFC South at 11-5, won a wild card game, and then we all know the story. Heartbreak in Minneapolis.
But it's one that won't break this team, I don't believe. I think it's actually something that they can use as fodder for the season, as something to build upon. And when you think of New Orleans, you naturally think of offense. You think of Drew Brees. You think of Alvin Kamara last year as a rookie, making the big plays, Mark Ingram running the football, throwing it to Mike Thomas out wide. But the key to this team continuing to get better remains on defense. And I think it was shown in the draft when they made the big move and drafted Marcus Davenport out of UTSA to rush the passer. They know they've got to win their division, which means slowing down some high-powered offenses in Tampa Bay, Carolina, and Atlanta.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. This is taken at the 15. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch you now, Barney. Over.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. And this one caught by Dennis Bryant. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. Here's Brian Anger now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will get the football at their 20. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So
he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
Flex round! Let's go! Brad 38!
On first down, Barrett to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Noah Spence able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Throwing here, Barrett. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Ohio!
Working out of the gun, it's Barrett. And this is Central Florida's Traquan Smith, his first NFL catch. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball, and when it's kicked, then you...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On second down, Rosen. And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And the Saints signal for another timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable here from the 38. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Barron, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Looks to throw on first. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught at the 20. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 47 yards.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big gain as a result on that play.
To throw is Barrett. Lavonte David in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw Barrett. And that is incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to...
they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up, this should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
Credit the tackle to Kurt Coleman.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Detroit! Detroit!
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. He gets it to Humphreys. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And they'll indeed go for it with Rosen. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here's Barrett looking to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Saints add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the left.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later. It
has to. Humbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Flex round! Flex round!
On 1st and 10, here's Barrett. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Josh Hill, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Gone, gone,
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Throwing the other route incomplete. That's Howard. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy to 45 at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told me.
They'll run it again with Sims. And he's got room. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, you got 3, 3 down. Gun! Squeeze, double.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. He can run for it, and he will. Dirk Cutter's guys go for it, but come up empty. And the Saints will have the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Rosen. It's caught. Humphries. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On play action, Rosen dancing to his left. And some room to maneuver. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. I got it.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Bryant with a catch right side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! We got 4. We got 4. Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 58's the mic, 58. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Throwing right in, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 51's Mike! Mike's 51! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. That is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. The Bucs on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7.
Come on, let's go. Gun! 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 Here we go now. Boom! Landed!
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. A dump underneath to Jones. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Motion. Right here, guys. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Trey Hendrickson able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Flex round. Flex round. Check 88. Let's go. Hut. What? Not hut.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 72 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Come on, let's go.
Barrett. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown in a Saints uniform. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Rosen. Caught on the right side by Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Leopard! Leopard! 3 down, 3 down.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is, and opening